All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Space Brothers, episode 99, the final episode of the show.
Final episode.
And the Space Brother is not around right now.
No, we are a singular Space Brother, and the other one is AWOL.
Yeah. But we've got some reinforcements that are here at the last minute to hopefully save the day.
Tadashi!
I'd love to see you again, my
Yes!
man. Fantastic. Whenever you're around, things go well. But
very well.
But what are you actually going to do?
What do you have?
Because I don't think any amount of hey, let me tell you about Hibito's character and exceptional mental fortitude is going to convince Gates.
No, do you have Hibito's favorite food in your pocket that he can sniff like a dog and come running or something? Because I think we need something magical at this point.
At this point, I think we need to just ambush Gates and just yeet Oppo at his face. And just hope that is enough to give him a change of heart.
And then he'll understand the spirit of Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, his heart grows 3 sizes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't expect it, but I mean, it's possible. Oppo is capable of a great many things.
He is
terrifyingly
indeed.
Great many things.
Right.
But yeah, this is the final episode of our 2-year journey with Space Brothers.
Yeah.
Wild to say. What a show.
What a show.
What a special show to have this kind of almost educational fiction. And then also
and motivational of
motivational
hey,
fiction,
you're never too old to pursue your dreams and everything and all that stuff.
Because, even your dumbass engineering self could be an astronaut.
Right.
If you get really lucky and you really, really put yourself out there.
Feckin' hard.
Quite a bit.
Yep.
But, even an astronaut, a legend can also lose everything there.
Even
for the same, reasons.
Right. Even the Golden Boy astronaut still has to deal with workplace politics.
And also
Gates just kind of doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Right? He has his reasons and all that stuff, but it's just, nope. He's decided that your story ends here.
Well, the other thing is, he doesn't have a personal connection to Hibito.
Right.
He has no personal reason to overlook the risk factors.
Yep.
And so this is just the cold reality of things. Now, the sad truth about this, though, y'all, from a non-story perspective, is that this is not the final part of the story of Space Brothers. Because
apparently it's still ongoing.
Apparently the manga either is about to end or is still ongoing or what have you.
Yeah.
And it's 2026 when we're recording this.
The anime ended 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Who knew how far ahead? Maybe they had caught up to the manga and that's why it ended.
I think that's mostly it.
But also, whoa.
Yeah, so...
That's a lot of content.
Yeah, I highly doubt we will ever get a sequel to this.
Right.
But, crazier things have happened.
They actually wait for Gates to just, get fired or something for, workplace harassment. And then the replacement comes in and they're all right, okay, so here's our pitch for Hibito.
Yeah. Or this is Vinland Saga level where the story goes another 20 years,
Yeah, exactly.
And we have lots of time skips and everything.
Yeah, we finally get the Space Brothers thing where
although I do like your
50.
corporate theory from a bit ago.
See, I feel like it's good too. It's like hey, get me in space and then boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, I want to see some kind of flashback at the very least.
Yeah.
I want to see Hibito as an adult as well. I want to see Muta and him have either a yo or
some kind of conversation.
Or
something.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
All the way back to here.
Hibito got abducted by aliens. That's what it was. He actually got to go to space, but not of his own volition.
You're all right, clearly your own people are crazy if they won't let you be in space. I'm going to Mars then. Damn, now he is going to stay one step ahead.
And now he's actively training to...
ヒビトだった。
Oh.
に追いついたのか、ヒビト。
Where are you?
私の離席中にキャプコムが A 設定の入力に GO を出した。それが今回の着陸失敗の原因と言えるだろう。
whale.
Right, so that was probably 2 moments where he messed up because he was probably not paying attention when they went over that the first time.
Yep.
には気づいていたが、これは君を評価する訓練でもあるんだ。集中できない理由は分かってる。
Yeah.
だが、
But I can't help you.
は自分のミスに気づいてもらいたかった。
Well, and mistakes now will mean mistakes later, so...
なぜフライトディレクターを待たずに未確認で GO を出したんですか？
He
Okay.
wasn't there.
シミュレーションだと思って甘く見すぎです。訓練は本番のつもり。
Uh-huh.
我々に必要なのはその姿勢です。
Nice.
気持ちが入ってなかったんだと
Nice.
思います。
Very simple. Honest.
今後も君がこんな調子なら私の控えは務まらないということを自覚しておいてください。
Yep. And we've seen the ways in which you've experienced other people becoming unqualified for things rather quickly.
お前と息を合わせろなんて無理難題すぎて鼻汁が出るぜ。
Good to see you, too.
初の月面着陸。キャプコムとの交信は無駄なく完璧なものにしたいんだ。
Yeah, there's no consequences to grilling at me here. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
大した私がバカだったようだ。私とは共通点が何もない。
Yeah, but you knew that
Well,
going in.
that's my point.
Yeah.
また鼻汁が出るぜ。
何がおかしいんだ、ピコ。
あ、いや、共通点。
Such as...
Just a couple.
朝っつどでかい組織にいる時点
Okay,
で。
now you're
Well, that's-
now you're just being
Pedantic.
yeah, pedantic, Pico. Yeah. But get to the real one.
と話してみるってのはどうだ。案外噛み合うかもよ。
Oh.
Because you guys need to also have that bond and connection, so
Right,
understand
right.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can work together.
But he also needs a bro to just go have a beer with, honestly.
噂には聞いてるが、
Hey, Nita.
なんで日々とがさん付けなんだ。
So I met you first.
先輩だからな、日々とさんは。
Oh.
That's great.
日々とさんを見かけることがあったら連絡ちょうだいね。
Oh my gosh. Muta,
I seem to recall a time when you were waiting.
No.
When you waited
Oh.
for my brother to call.
yeah. Let's go get some pizza and beer. Come on, yeah.
I like this.
The Muta's like, yes, I absolutely could
use
use that. That sounds wonderful. Although I'm more of a tacos guy. I know that's cringe to say. But Texas pizza is not as, like, legendary as its tacos, you know?
Yeah.
アンギャルド号がワームホールに突入した時の。
Is he playing a mobile game?
ああ、
Or is that like what he got is like a phone notification or something?
Oh, nice.
日々からのメール着信音をこれに設定しといた。あいつも好きだったからな。
Ah, yeah. Hey, yeah.
あの
So,
頃、サバイバル訓練で
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. He's
Yeah,
trying
it's-
so hard to, like, reach out and...
と和也が外に出るようになって、勉強しながらバイトにも行くようになったんだ。
マジで？
That's awesome.
それであいつはずっとやりたかった宇宙関連の
Wow!
会社に入社し
oh shit.
Did he
Okay.
get it?
そのたちは特に和也を買ってくれた。
Wow.
All right.
過去に何もせず引きこもりの経験がある人間は
Oh.
大事な時にまた引きこもる可
Yeah,
能
it
性が
could
ある。
become one again. It's the same situation.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Well,
Wow. Ain't that just life?
お待たせしましたマルゲリータです
Yeah, very basic margarita. Okay. I guess it's just easy. Yeah.
だからあいつずっと英会話の勉強を続けててさ、
did a nice start over.
来月からこっちで
Oh, it'll come work over
Awesome.
here.
Cool.
Where, that might not potentially be as big of a deal.
相方に残念な気持ちになるだけだ。
It's a good way to put it.
弟からの連絡を待つ兄。
Yeah.
Space Brothers is always... Oh,
No way.
だみたい。日々とさんから。
ああ、よかったな。
What? You can't just...
all right. So check the message.
Just A.
久しぶりむっちゃん
Oh. Oh, yeah.
アポには本当悪いんだけど
And Oppo.
And mom and dad.
俺 NASA を去ることにした
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
だけど心配はいらねえよむっちゃん
I haven't given up on space.
ここまではっきり
Ah, you
You
tease.
can't just keep that from us, show.
宣言したことは 大体実現させやがるからな、あいつは。
I will go to the moon, yeah. Again, yeah.
待て、
What?
なんか結局今ピンチなのって一番心配な兄より送信。
Because you're not going to be out in front of him?
いや、考えるのよそ。
Ooh.
Yeah, you're gonna see familiar faces.
Ah, yeah, Butler. And Tadashi, yeah.
側の条件を今後クリアしていく必要もあって、
Ooh.
君をもう一度宇宙へ送るために今可能性があるのは
Wait.
Oh shit, yeah, because Jax is totally gonna be behind him because he's their national hero.
Well, again, still, but
本人も覚悟し望んで
that's
いるな
not
らば
it's not the same as
それが一番
But I guess they're wanting to send their first rocket and everything, so
Right, and who would they want more than Hibito?
ノートからコスモノートって呼び名に変わるだけだよ。
put him in some kind of like satellite thing?
ロシアか。
Oh.
Sure, because he has connections over there, so he'll
Sure,
he'll get into
sure.
their space program.
Right, it was foreshadowed with the if you had been in our space program, we would have put you back up there immediately as fast as
Right.
possible.
君の操縦、君にこれを指導したのはデニール・ヤング。
そうですそうです。
Was Bold too?
ヤンジーに教わった人はみんなあんな感じに。
いえ、ヤングに教わった者は皆。
Oh!
今週末飲みませんか。
Yeah!
I
Yeah!
like it.
Bold wasting time thinking
Yeah.
about a response.
I know. It's
You actually like
not
got
like
him.
him.
He's like, wait a minute. I'm weighing the cost benefit analysis in my
家族を紹介しましょう。
What?
Huh? What? Dude's married?
こうしたビンスさん一家とのひとときが悩める私に生き残るヒントを与えてくれた。
Don't skip over Vincent Bold's family.
I need to see his kids interrupt Muta and be like, "You're too slow."
Yeah.
6 months
Oh,
later.
this is some anime original stuff.
Probably.
Or they got that Oppo
We're skipping
animation.
ahead to
トインホールドに入る。燃料。
ゴー。
ブースター。
Is that
音声。
is that Capcom? I think I see him. Yeah.
ネットワーク。ゴーフライト。
Okay.
Yeah, let's see the launch.
出たぜ。
Whoa.
カプコムはどうかな。
準備 OK。ゴーです。
こっちも OK。
Yeah.
Nice.
ゴーです。
発射1分前。
Ah, bringing this back right at the end here.
てこい、ビンス。
Going with all three of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
3、2、1。
Feels so moon. Okay, they're just getting all the
Yep, going through all of them.
all the best songs. Yeah.
私の心には
Yeah, okay, so what did he say?
けど心配はいらねえよ。
Yeah.
宇宙飛行士を辞めるつもりはねえから。
Right.
Oh, and there's a little bit after that.
俺の未来は
Yeah.
Bet you do.
Yeah. But it's in the manga.
Uh,
月面で会おう。
See you later, space bro.
yeah. Bang.
Yeah.
OK 日々と
Okay.
月面で会おう。
Dang, I wonder how robbed fans felt of being like, we're ending it here? Like, are you kidding me?
We've been on this 2-year journey, and we don't get to see Muta go to the moon or Hibito get to go to the moon again, you know? Yeah.
Or just leaving it all up in the air like this?
Yeah.
It's over.
That's the
Go
show.
read the manga.
Yep.
That's that.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I haven't had one of these in a while.
Yeah, it is definitely less common than it used to be.
Way less common,
And
yeah.
the idea that, hey, yeah, even for a show that's, almost 100 episodes, or, hey, sometimes it even happens for those shows that go to, 150 episodes. That just happens because it's a long story, and this is all we get.
Yeah. I'm I'm glad though we got to have a conversation. Well, not really a conversation, more just kind of a little bit of a
check-in.
reflecting and a check-in on Hibito because, yeah, this is a very positive, uplifting, motivational kind of story. But there's a lot of heavy emotion involved with
absolutely.
The journey and struggle to go after something that seems impossible. That being said, when the show decides to have the cold splash dose of reality just hit us like that, having it be something where Hibito basically gets hit with it is really rough because we know that in a lot of ways he can actually have the consequences of these things stick.
Right.
But the idea that he's going to go and wander the U.S., have kind of just an adventure of his own, and then eventually head over to Russia and be a cosmonaut.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I feel like that was properly foreshadowed with what the guy that kept him and hosted him and everything said of like, we would put you right back up there if you had gone through something like that to basically keep it from having to settle in your mind
at all
while
in the
you're
first
here.
place. Yeah.
Now, obviously, doing 2 space missions rapidly like that, it's still pretty quick.
Wild.
Is probably like in a year or 2,
at
least,
and
that might be too late at that point.
Sure.
But still, the idea that Hibito will go back up to space at some point.
And I like the idea
very cool
that it's something where Hibito decides to leave NASA behind because they aren't willing to bet on him. All right. But he didn't start at NASA in the first place.
He didn't.
He started at JAXA.
Right.
And then he went over to NASA because that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
So the idea that he goes somewhere else, that makes total sense, right?
And then also you could have deals where you're like, hey, this is the astronaut we're sending. Okay.
Yep.
You guys have issues with it? Take it up with my manager.
Right.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Having Hibito also then going to a different area, I kind of like that as well because it's built into it is the idea that Hibito is still not going to go to space for quite a few years.
Yes.
So Muta's story can be the focus of the next segment of things in the manga or just, what have you. And having it be something where he's actively struggling to go not just to space, but to Mars. Because again, if Hibito's going to go again, he's going to leapfrog ahead of you. And it's not just that he's going to have gone to space before you. He's going to have gone to a space twice before you, Muta.
Yep. So you gotta keep running.
Yeah, you gotta put your nose to the grindstone, and that's really special. That they're still going to be encouraging and spurring each other on, even if they're separate. They can still look up at the same moon.
And that way,
the night sky.
Some of the general vibe that we've had from the show of Hibito being that sort of far off in the distance person that Muta's chasing can still continue.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that I was kind of thinking before the whole thing of the panic disorder set in, right? Is Muta's actually becoming an astronaut and stuff, right? And so then they'll be able to go in parallel, which would be cool, but that's also different from what we'd been getting up until then, right?
Yeah,
and so it's we're going to have it continue to be a thing where it's them in their separate places and points in life and all of that stuff are going to continue to work towards the same thing.
Yes.
And even across distance, even across space, maybe.
Right.
They're still connected and together.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Powerful stuff.
Yep.
Incredible stuff. All right. I mean, now at this point, it's just a joy and a pleasure to know that like we finished probably the only show or anime of this type that there probably ever will be. Like,
sure,
this is one of those like types of stories that I just don't think we'll see, especially regarding space, in such a like grounded kind of educational
and long form kind of way, because it's the show's less about space as it is about the everything that happens to make us able to go to space.
The brother's journey.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And that I think is
struggles.
I think is especially rare in fiction because most stories, for good reason, would just be like, hey, we're just going to start out and they're in space, right? And so that way it doesn't have to be this long journey because,
or Hibito's already in space. And
right, and then we're going to spend a lot of time with Hibito or something like that.
We're going to see, like, Muta's, like, longing for that or something like that.
Right.
Like, we would never see him or even pretend like he was going to go up there. It's more just hey, yeah,
and
their dreams and stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is all about the long, arduous road with lots of twists and turns and lots of times you have to go backwards to go forwards.
And many checkpoints that you have to get past where it's like each one could be the, all right, you got this far, good job, but this is as far as you go.
And then all the other people that are basically making that journey more lively and wonderful, and then also adding flavor and color to the times where you maybe do make a milestone, or you have to basically set that aside and go, this is as far as I go. All right. Yeah, it is kind of a...
I was really hoping for an actual reunion between
I was
the two.
hoping for an actual reunion.
Even if it's something where he then continues to like go off and leave or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
I do have some interest in reading the manga because it's mostly that 12 years is a long time to have no hint of a sequel. And this was A1 Pictures. A1 Pictures has way more money makers that they're going to be working on.
Oh, absolutely.
Before they come back to this.
Well, and also, even with this show's long-form pacing...
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that, you know, we would have the same thing of like, we're in for this long journey, and okay, we're going to see Muto go to space, and then, oh, hey, he doesn't actually go to space by the end of the show.
Sure.
By now in the manga, I'm sure he has gone to space, you know?
Probably.
And so you can get the fulfillment of that promise, right?
Yeah, promises will be made, and promises will be kept.
Exactly.
And that's where we're at.
Yep.
The boys went through a lot to get here, and the tragedy of it is that they're not together anymore.
Right. It feels like an extension and a more extreme version of what we got after Hibito passed the test, where Muto didn't run up to congratulate him, right? And it's I knew you could, you know, right? Yeah. And so that dynamic will continue, and because that's their style, that's how they do things. Yeah.
This makes me want to watch a sports anime, though, because in a lot of ways, like, this feels like a sports anime, kind of.
Right, but also, like, the team is apart.
That the team is apart.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't like
that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't like that.
They gotta be there together, so that way they can have the celebrations and the grieving all at the same time.
I feel like Senpai just graduated to college and moved out, and I'm like, I don't like it.
And decided to not come to the game.
He's not going to go eat pork buns with us at the convening anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's doing fine, but he's in Russia. Fuck.
Gates just took him out behind the shed and shot him, you know?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
It is a cool consequence, though, to say, no, there's not going to be some miracle.
Yep.
Tadashi's not going to pull something with NASA here. It's what's the end goal that we want? Hibito should go to space still.
Right.
He's an exemplary astronaut. Yes, it is something that it'd be too much of a risk necessarily to put on a mission with a whole bunch of other astronauts. Right. What if there was a way, or a space program out there, where he could end up joining maybe a currently existing team on, like, the International Space Station.
Sure.
As, like, a test run of some kind.
And the idea that it's like, yeah, NASA won't bet on him, but JAXA sure as hell will.
Yeah.
Like, of course they will, right? And they were already wanting to get their own space program
right. Even
anyways.
if it's not the thing where everyone in JAXA is like, we are behind the scenes, we're a little bit
concerned,
worried about this.
Right.
But on the forward side of things, it's the no,
yes,
if anything,
absolutely.
let's go for it. Because again, like, yes, something could go wrong.
Right.
But what if it doesn't?
Right.
Again,
if it goes right, holy shit.
Yeah. If it goes right, holy shit. Like, again, if things went from it's a 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 chance that things are going to go bad to okay, it doubled. It's now a 3 in 100 or 3 in 1,000 chance things could go really badly. I still like those odds. That's
exactly.
Still, we can work with that. We can work with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Muta not really having a massive hurrah to go out with this, other than being now officially on a Capcom,
right?
Set up for a proper space mission
that goes well, and so all right, cool. He successfully survived the cut and passed the checkpoint for
this part in the story.
For this part, and so now
it feels like
right, and so he'll probably be going on a space mission
in a couple of years
soon.
or something.
Right.
Yeah. It's one of those, okay, this is a typical end to one of the many arcs we've been on through with Space Brothers thus far.
Yep.
I'm guessing it was just they ran out of manga to adapt
Probably.
really at this point here.
Yeah,
But
and
that is just so sad because
I know.
Like
I know.
it seems like this was still the last remnants of the era of we're just gonna put out an episode a week until we can't.
Yeah.
And
if we start getting close, well then,
I guess
God
that's what
damn
we
it,
call it.
people are gonna see a bunny and a gorilla at the end of after the ending credits.
Yep.
Whether they like it or not.
whether they like it or not.
I'm
sorry, y'all. I could not be bothered to watch
Nope,
that.
we skipped every single
animation.
one.
It was just
Yeah.
It was just not
No.
not what we signed up for.
No, it wasn't.
But you know what? Glad if that's your thing. That's wonderful. Space Brothers was my thing, though. I think that this was one of those stories that I knew when people talked about it to me.
You're
it's
like,
just
I'm gonna love it.
Oh, this is absolutely up my alley.
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up.
Put me in
Brothers,
coach.
brothers wanting to go to space.
Yep.
The title was enough. It was just like, yep.
Yep.
And so what we got was a long, arduous journey. In a weird way, like even the watching experience was as well. And yet, I'm not saying that to say that I didn't enjoy it, but I felt like it took me through an emotional ringer.
Yes.
Many different points.
Oh yes, and the fact that it took so long does really help to sell the idea that what they are doing is incredible. That the
nigh impossible.
Yeah, nigh impossible, right?
Yep.
And so yeah, even though Muta will probably be going on a space mission after this. All right, he will get selected to go through another 2 years of training so that then he can go to the moon for 3 weeks. You know,
I did like that they kind of rapidly touched on a lot of characters to be like, hey, this is something that could be like a fun way to make it feel more like a finale.
Right.
They
all have their own different branches of the way their careers are going.
I did notice that it was clearly also like, this is definitely not an anime original ending when Nita showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Because in a fun way, Nita showing up is, in a Space Brothers writing side of like the way that they've done things pattern-wise thus far, is very relevant for having a character that's been introduced thus far to have something that's extremely specifically relevant.
Yes.
Seek out Muta and kind of give the, hey, I've got something, a perspective, a little bit of insight, a little bit of encouragement.
Yep.
Let's go get some pizza and beer and stuff.
Sometimes things just suck.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not going well here. But I really liked that they let that set and sit in Muta's emotions. And then the most awkward, I got a message from him. And Nita's like, awesome. Take care.
Yeah.
It's not be like, I'm going to quickly read the message and be like, Nita, I did this.
Oh, shit. He's
Yeah. It's something where we have so much kind of awkward, pained emotion kind of built within this, where it's the, hey, let's look at the subtext here. Muta's message was, are you alive?
Right.
Nita never mentioned it, but it's the thing of where, no, you should have some buffer and some safety and some distance from anybody immediately upon reading this message, just in case.
Right.
Obviously, no one's going to say anything like that. But, there was that tiny little bit of just like, it could be bad.
Yeah. Well, and also just the idea of like, it's selling the... You all right?
Pardon me. Yeah, I'm good.
That Nita coming out here and being like, hey, here's this situation that happened with my brother. If we remember, when the situation with the brother happened before, Nita did absolutely everything he could to avoid sharing any details with anyone about what was happening.
Yeah.
So, it's because hey, you were there for me in a big way back when.
Right.
So I'm going to do this here. But that part of me hasn't changed.
I'm still the same person.
Yeah. I'm still the same person.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you about this. I don't really want to tell you about this, but I know that this will maybe help. And so there you go. And then I'm going to go. You got a message? Fantastic. I'm sure you want your privacy. No, I want to tell you it. I'm sure you want your privacy.
Right.
Bye. Yeah. I get it, Nita.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But It was a perfect message for Hibito to send.
Yep.
And now we need to watch Hibito's bizarre adventure across, the U.S. Maybe he gets on a horse race or something. I don't know,
Maybe. Yeah.
But, all right. I guess we'll talk with y'all on the Discord or stuff like that about Space Brothers' future story.
Yeah.
But that's it, y'all. We're signing off. No more missions to space for Caleb and Jacob, at least.
That's right.
In the near future.
But so help me if if a sequel season gets announced in like the next 2 months or something, I'm going to
lose it.
Yeah.
I think that what's more likely to happen is we will watch another space anime before this
season 2 of Space Brothers. Yeah. I would also say that seems the most reasonable and likely.
Oh for sure. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching the show's reactions and all these discussions. If you want to see the next show's first episode reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.